Robot vacuum cleaners. They can be amazing or they can make your life a hell if you choose the wrong one. I've tested over 20 robot vacuums over the last 2 years and the ones I personally use are from Eufy. Now if you have carpets, the X9 Pro is the right choice. The X9 Pro shines where mopping is concerned. Its 2 rotating plush mopping cloths apply enough pressure to clean almost every spot on the floor, including sticky syrup, coffee drips and muddy footprints. The base even washes the mopping cloths during and after each clean, along with refilling the vacuum's water tank and drying the mops. Its mopping ability is a big step above the vibrating mops of other robot vacuums on the market. It arrives completely put together. All I needed to do was to remove some tape, fill the clean water reservoir and plug it in. The whole setup takes less than 10 minutes to integrate it into your home network. The base is quite big, but it holds 2 big containers, one for dirty and one for fresh water. There's also a built-in heated drying mechanism which heats it with 40 degrees to prevent the mop from becoming moldy, host bacteria and get smelly. And I can assure you that following it for a few weeks of use, there is no smell at all. I use the robot mainly in the upper floor where my office is to keep it clean and it really helps a lot. I save so much time during the day because I can clean up my work stuff and the robot does the floor and even cleans under the furnitures. Also, I finally have a carpet and that's why I place it here as well. This robot has no issues with carpets as it lifts the pads to not mop the carpet. And it can lift it up to a maximum of 12 mm, that's quite a lot and enough for my rugs I use at home. And also most of the standard rugs are less than 10 mm high. If you flip over the vacuum you will find a one-side brush, a roller brush, 2 heavy-duty rotating mopping cloths, and the mopping cloths are much thicker and more plush than the pads on other robots, giving this vacuum an edge when it comes to mopping performance. Also it's one of a kind because it can put 1 kg of pressure on the pads for a great mopping performance with 180 RPM spinning of the mops. Most robots only wipe over, but they don't apply pressure, leaving a lot of stains. The dustbin has to be emptied manually, but it's very easy to take it out, and also that means you don't need bags like you need for other robots with a self-emptying base station. However, you should check it always because there is no notification when it's full. 5500 PA of suction, that's more than twice of the suction of some robots I've tested. And the vacuum performance is good and it can also take up pet hair or dirt from the carpet. I couldn't find any information about runtime, but in total the battery lasted around 140 to 160 minutes, which is a very acceptable amount of time. But of course it depends on your cleaning settings. Anyhow, on one battery it can clean up my whole upper floor and recharging took around 3 to 3.5 hours to get back to 100%. The robot has also laser navigation and plenty of sensors so it doesn't fall downstairs, and it detects all kind of obstacles and also maps your room very precisely. You don't need to remove chairs or things on the floor because it detects them, but I would recommend to do so it's just a faster and more easy cleanup. It also automatically detects carpets and even cables, and those are then shown in the app. But of course you can add manual no-go zones for spots that could be tricky for the robot. Now overall I'm very happy with the cleaning performance and it's the most work-free robot I've ever used. Now let me show you the app and the Multimap feature. Now guys, let me show you the most amazing feature about this robot. So I use this robot, as I've said, for my office to keep it as clean as possible, and it does a very good job. I finally can have a carpet, it cleans the carpet twice a day. I unpack a lot of things, I repair electronics, there's always a lot of dirt and the robot keeps it clean. It can also clean all the other rooms if there are no stairs in between. So it could actually clean the whole upper floor here, but I just keep it for my room. Anyhow, if you have 2 floors like me, so one upper floor, one ground floor, you may want to have 2 robots just for the simple reason that you don't need to carry the robot around. But you can carry the robot around, and this is the most amazing feature, so let me show you. So as you see, the robot is here, and here it says cables. So it even detects the cables here, and it will not tangle up in the cables. Then the next thing, it says carpet right over here. This is actually the bed from the dog, so absolutely amazing. And here are also cables, and if you take a closer look here at the map, you can see it also detects cables. This is the first robot I had that is not dumb and drives into the cables and gets tangled up. This is the robot I was looking for, because it will avoid the cables and it will not destroy your cables, and this is the most amazing feature. So I've just taken it to another room. I choose here to vacuum and mop with the edge-hugging deep mopping technology, and let's hit the start button. And I will go for a short nap for 5 minutes and then the room should be clean. Well guys, now let me show you the app. The app is called Eufy Clean and it's available on Android and iOS. So you just have to download it and add your robot vacuum. And here we have the X9 Pro. It's currently chilling here in the base station, and by default it will load up the main map. Now the main map will consist out of all your rooms, so for me it's my big office room here, and there are different modes on how to clean it. You can just hit the play button, it will start cleaning. You can talk to your voice assistant, Google, Alexa, start cleaning or whatever. And you also have room cleaning. For instance, if you have more rooms, you can actually choose the different rooms to clean. You can do the auto cleaning or you can do the zone cleaning. So for instance, if you spilled something next to the coffee table, you can tell the robot to clean here in front of the table. It will actually just drive there and clean. Now the robot uses laser navigation and it also uses AI features. The laser navigation, with that it maps the room perfectly and can avoid obstacles, and with AI it can identify things and also it optimizes the route every time it does a cleanup to make it faster the next time. So the robot is pretty smart. Of course there are also different modes, so you can choose between vacuum and mopping, which I do most of the time. Then here you can adjust the suction, so from quiet to maximum. I like to keep it on quiet because I usually clean up in the night and my daughter sleeps in the next room, and in quiet it's really quiet. In maximum it's a little bit noisy, and in standard it's also still very quiet. Then the water level you can adjust from low, medium to high. I mostly keep it on high. There's the Boost IQ, which automatically will adjust the suction power depending on the floor type, so different floors it will use different suction power. And also there's the edge-hugging deep mopping technology for a better cleaning experience. Of course, for every room you can also customize that, which is pretty cool. Now let's have a closer look here at the base station features. You can send the robot to wash mops, dry mops, or the base station settings here, where you can adjust how often the robot should go to wash the mops. For instance, every 15 minutes or by room. Since I use it in one room, I choose every 15 minutes. And also there's the auto drying feature. Here you can switch between 2, 3 and 4 hours. If you have a really big flat and maybe you want to reduce the drying time, if it doesn't matter for you, just keep it on 4 hours to get them really dry. Other than that, there is the Multimap feature, which I've shown you before in here. So you can create multiple maps, which really helps if you have a multi-floor home and you don't want to spend so much money on 2 robots, then this is the way to go. You can set schedules, for instance, that the robot cleans every night at 8 PM or something, or every time in the morning 6 PM. You can do all of that here, which room it should go, which mode, etc. So it's actually pretty customizable. There are also the carpet cleaning settings. You can choose what it does on the carpet. Should it vacuum only? Should it avoid the carpets? Or should it do a normal cleaning, which also is mopping the carpets, so then they could get wet after the mopping. AIC settings, so as you can see, it uses AI algorithms to perform object recognition, but if you want, you can turn it off. Some people said they have security concerns, but the data will not be uploaded to the cloud, so it's processing just local. Alright, that's basically it. There are also firmware updates here, and last but not least you have robot settings. There's something important for me, which is the child lock. I have a 2-year-old daughter and she likes to press buttons, and I don't want that she always activates the robot. So the child lock is really a life-saving feature in here. So guys, we're now here at the end of this review, and personally I love the X9 Pro. If you're looking for a great robot mop that happens to have a vacuum, the Eufy X9 Pro is really something to consider. You can find the link to the Black Friday offer in the description, so make sure to check it out. Absolutely great deal, and as always, big thanks for watching. I'm Steven from TechMagnet and I'm signing out. Bye.